Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I am bringing you the decorated round tins. These tins are fabulous. They come in a pack of 4 and they are actually a really generous size. As you can see, they're actually really quite big and I just think they're fabulous. I've decorated this one up just quite basic really, but I've got a lovely little label on here as well, so you can gift them to anyone. Mine is filled with these fabulous treats, and as you can see here, you know, if you really wanted to go all in, you could actually stuff these to the absolute maximum. I mean, I could probably still get a few more in there as well. So you can see, I mean, how many have we got in there? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 of these fabulous little chocolates in a tin. Perfect. Right. So now I've shown you the tin and what's in them, let's decorate them, and it really is quite simple. So I'm going back with the lovely pattern play because that's what I'm using this week for my sweet week. Layering circles and my circle punches. So I have the 2-inch circle punch and the 2 1/4 circle punch, trying not to glare. There we go. That's what I'm using today. The layering circles, so I think it's the 2 there, so it's the 2 largest actually. If you wanted to use the scalloped ones, you could do. I'm just going to pop those in there so they don't skittle all over the floor, because that's generally what happens with me. And then I have some beautiful DSP. Obviously there are so many options, patterns, colours, just brilliant. And I don't seem to have any cardstock out, which again is such an error of mine. What shall we go with? Questions. That's Night of Navy. I did Calypso Coral on the last video. Shall we go with some crushed curry? Because I don't use much crushed curry. So let's just dig it out of here. So here's one piece. So to start off with, I'm just going to grab my cut and emboss machine. So I'll bring this in here, and then I'm simply going to pop the cardstock on for the largest there. And run that one through. So that's that one. Pop that to one side because I'm going to need it. Pop that over there. And then the other circle, the slightly smaller one, pop on my DSP. I'm going to put it right in the corner because I'm not going to stick it in the middle and waste a whole sheet. So if I stick it in the corner, I still have a fair chunk of DSP to play with, don't I? So pop that on there, die over there, DSP there, and then I'll pop this out of the way. Okay, so well, I've got these here then. 2-inch circle punch for DSP, and then my 2 1/4 for my cardstock. Okay, simplest task now. Bit of snail to run on that bit there and layer it on top of cardstock. Repeat with the label piece as well. that on there. And then I'm literally just going to use this and place it on my tin. And there it just covers the window, so you can't actually sneaky peek inside. Then we need to wrap some delightful ribbon around it. So I'm going with the shiny, shiny green one because I love it. Right. This is the only bit that I found slightly fiddly. So the first thing I'm going to do is put it over my tin here, hold it as central as I can, and make sure that these two ends are level. So I've got my two ends of ribbon there, they're fairly level. So I need to pop that on, flip it over. Now if you want to add some glue dot or something here to hold it in place, then you can. But I'm going to just twist it over, bring it back and tie it. But you need to be careful because it's a round tin. As you can see, this ribbon constantly slips and slides. So it's a kind of battle of wills, if you like, with it. Once you're kind of there, tie it in place quick and then you can play with the ribbon. Okay, do you see how mine's just slipping and sliding? Right, so it's actually in place and it needs tightening. If you've got a willing helper with another pair of hands, that would be ideal. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that because I really don't want to keep messing because it will just slide off. But as I said, if you pop a glue dot, in fact, let's just try it, shall we? Let's see how this works. So, a glue dot in the centre, that will stay there. Then these pieces should really... I love how this is just curling up into the air, look, can you see it? Just curling up into the air. Right, my little label here. I've got my crocodile, my small dot, just punch a hole through there, back with the ribbon, and okay, so this one, this should be interesting. So it looks like I did the old-fashioned through here and then through the loop. But it's all twisted and twirled up. There we go, that's better. Right, and then once that's in place, you can tie this very carefully. So I'm going to go under the bottom one, round out this side here, and then I'm going to tie it over the top of the whole thing. So it should actually keep everything in place. Trim these ends really close so that you can't mistake them for the bow. And then we just need to put a little something on there. So with some Whisper White that I don't have any scrap of, can you believe? Fill the day with all your guilty pleasures. I think you just have to when it's chocolate, because that's what it's all about. So I've got my stamp there. I'm going to stamp this one in crushed curry. Across the bottom here. And then this is the mad part, because all I simply did here was trim the whole length of that sentiment. It's not brilliantly level, but it's level enough. So I need to trim it right down. Okay, I'm going to go the opposite way just because it's going to be a lot easier. Okay, so I've trimmed that whole piece there. I'm going to trim that bit, and now I just need to trim off the bottom. Okay, so there's that little sentiment, and then with my paper snips I'm going to go right up to that end, fill the day with all your, oh, that's going to be a bit, and then guilty pleasures. Now I need to trim the top here because that's a bit too big. Fill the day, and then I'm just going to take a little bit off the top here. Okay, and then mini dimensionals on the back, and it is as simple as that. And obviously I love this sentiment, but it's far too long for my project, so if we trim it down it does actually fit. So again I want to go with the longest bit here at the bottom, so guilty pleasures, then with all your, I'm going to go a bit of a jaunty angle here, just tucked under the end, and then the last one, come on, at the top there, and then last but not least, some fabulous large resin dots on here, just to add a bit of fun. And there we have it. I don't quite know what I'm going to do with this bit. Shall we try and curl it this way? There we go. Perfect. My decorated round tins. Thank you for joining me. Hope to see you all again soon. Bye.